The Los Angeles Rams are one move away from turning this roster into a championship juggernaut, but the front office is playing a dangerous game with the final spots on the depth chart. While the draft brought in some serious foundational pieces for the future, there is a massive, gaping hole in the here and now that could derail the entire 2026 season if it isn't fixed immediately. We are talking about veteran reinforcements that could be the difference between a wild card exit and a Super Bowl parade. Is Les Snead finished, or is there one last F-them picks style shocker waiting in the wings? Stay tuned, because the names we're discussing today will change the entire trajectory of the NFC West. Before we dive in, smash that subscribe button if you want the fastest NFL updates on the planet. The draft is in the rearview mirror, and while everyone is hyped about the new rookies, real fans know that championship windows are closed by veteran depth. If Matthew Stafford goes into Week 1 with the current depth chart, we might be looking at a missed opportunity of epic proportions. There are three primary areas where this team is still vulnerable: the third wide receiver slot, inside linebacker depth, and the right tackle position. But let's be real, the market for tackles is a total wasteland right now. Are you really going to get excited about signing someone like Jonah Williams or re-signing David Quessenberry? I didn't think so. That leaves us with the skill positions and the heart of the defense. Which of these is the absolute must-fix before training camp? Drop a comment right now and tell me the one position that keeps you up at night. Let's start with the most electric possibility on the board. Imagine taking a weapon away from our biggest rival and plugging him directly into Sean McVay's system. I'm talking about Jauan Jennings. Yes, I know he's coming from the hated San Francisco 49ers. It feels wrong to even say it. But think about the tactical brilliance of this move. Jennings has spent his entire career being the clutch guy for Kyle Shanahan. He isn't a WR1, and he wouldn't need to be in LA with the stars we already have. But as a WR3, he is a certified chain mover. The stats don't lie. When the lights are brightest, or when starters go down, Jennings produces. We're talking about a guy who has flirted with 1,500 yards over the last couple of campaigns when given the opportunity. He's a physical blocker, a contested catch nightmare, and he knows the NFC West inside and out. The problem? The price tag. Reports are circulating that his market value is hovering around $22. $6 million per year. That is a massive pill to swallow for a third option. Can the Rams afford to pay that much for a complimentary piece? Or is there a cheaper way to get that veteran leadership? But wait until you hear about the legendary name that's surfacing for a potential defensive reunion. The rumors of a Bobby Wagner homecoming are heating up again, and it has the fan base completely divided. On one hand, look at this defense. It is young, it is hungry, but it lacks a general. Bringing back a first-ballot Hall of Famer like Wagner provides an instant coach on the field. He knows the building, he knows the culture, and he provides a veteran presence that you simply cannot draft. If you want someone to mentor the next generation of Rams linebackers, there is nobody better in the history of the game. But we have to be honest with ourselves as fans. Is Bobby Wagner still the all-pro we remember? Last season, the cracks started to show. In run support, he's still a brick wall. He identifies gaps faster than anyone in the league. But in pass coverage, it was a disaster. Watching him try to trail elite tight ends over the middle of the field at 36 years old was painful. He's lost that elite closing speed. If the Rams bring him back, it has to be on a veteran minimum deal for a very specific role. You cannot leave him on an island in the passing game anymore. Who's to blame for the Rams' lack of linebacker depth? Drop a name below. Is it the front office or the coaching staff's philosophy? Speaking of complicated legacies, let's talk about the biggest boom or bust name on the market, Stefon Diggs. The man wants a ring. He's chased it in Buffalo, he's chased it in Houston, and he even took a swing with New England. Now, he's looking at the Los Angeles Rams as his final destination. On the field, Diggs is still a monster. Even as he ages, he finds a way to post 1,000-yard seasons like it's a walk in the park. Putting Diggs in a room with McVey and Stafford sounds like a Madden cheat code. However, the off-the-field baggage is becoming a mountain. We're talking about legal headaches involving assault charges and lawsuits from former staff members. The Rams pride themselves on a specific culture, and after the distractions the wide receiver room has already faced this offseason, do they really want to add fuel to the fire? Diggs is a talent upgrade, no question, but at what cost to the locker room harmony? It feels like the Rams might wait for more legal clarity before they even pick up the phone, but the temptation is clearly there. If Diggs is too much of a headache, there's another big name that keeps popping up because of a very specific connection in the coaching staff. Deebo Samuel. The link here is Cliff Kingsbury. The new assistant head coach in LA is buddy-buddy with Deebo. He helped maximize his usage in the past, and we know McVay loves versatile weapons. Deebo isn't the all-pro he was 3 years ago, but in a specialized WR3 role where he can run screens and take handoffs. He'd be a nightmare for opposing defensive coordinators. But if we're talking about reunions and chemistry, there is one name that makes almost too much sense. The Archer himself, Brandon Cooks. I know some of you are still salty about that Super Bowl loss to the Patriots and that intercepted pass, but let's move past it. Cooks has openly flirted with a return to LA. He loves what the Rams are doing. He's 32, he's still got some juice left, and he would be dirt cheap. He's a veteran who can mentor the young guys and still take the top off a defense when needed. So, Rams fans, we are at a crossroads. The roster is nearly complete, but that final veteran signing will define the season. Do you go for the high-priced rival in Jauan Jennings, the legendary leader in Bobby Wagner, the high-risk superstar in Stefon Diggs, or the cheap, reliable reunion with Brandon Cooks? The clock is ticking toward training camp, and these free agents won't stay on the street for long. If the Rams want to dominate the NFC West and prove that the 2026 season belongs to Los Angeles, they have to pull the trigger now. But wait until you see the next video, because we're breaking down a potential trade that nobody saw coming. Who are you signing? Give me their initials in the comments. JJ, BW, SD, DS, or BC. Let's see who the real Rami fans want in the building. As always, thank you for riding with us. We'll be back with more breaking news later this week. Let's go Rams.